Yeah, I think we're good to go. Looks like it. Right, we're just going to catch some 8-ball World Scotch doubles. There's a match that's well underway. I think there's only a few teams in. If there is, there's only about 3 teams in. And the final's about to start. Romario and Z Carioca against Atrito and Andre Hagus, I think it is. And Romario and Z Carioca were getting 1 rack, and they beat Larry and Franco by 5 racks to 3. So let's nip in, and I think we're going to have to go from the lobby. I don't see the little symbol up to join. Right, so they're just lagging off, just in time. So the final is a race to 7, and Atrito and Andre Hagus, or Andrew Hagus, or however as he pronounces it, they've decided to break. And of course, 8-ball US. In fact, what we'll do is, I know what we'll do. We'll go back to the event page and we'll look at the details here. It's Scottish doubles, so that means that each player takes a shot in turn on the team. And let's look at the rules. The break off, 4 balls have got to hit a rail, pretty standard. Now, if there's a scratch, it's ball in hand behind the head string. And I don't know what that means. Scratch and a break is ball in hand. So anyway, if there's a scratch anywhere, it's ball in hand in the kitchen. Open break, of course, that means if you pot balls in the break, you've still got to then pot another ball to nominate the ball set that you're going to go for. Now, according to this, it's ball in hand. So now I understand it. Scratch and a break is ball in hand behind the head string. However, if there's a foul during the game, it's ball in hand anywhere on the table. I believe that is the rule. So, I think that's it. We've covered most of it, so we'll nip in and see what's happening. Right, so we've got Atrito at the table, and Atrito and Andre Hagus are on the stripes, and Romario and Z Carioca are on the solids, or the spots as I used to call them, but I was told that was wrong, but I think I've always called them the spots, but they are called the solids, I believe. I'll say that again, the correct terminology. So we'll do a quick refresh as well. We'll look and see that Z Carioca is from Brazil, Romario is from England, Atrito is from Germany, and also we've got a paired up German team against a Brazilian and English team. I'm just having a quick look to check the stream, and it looks okay. I think it does. It looks to be running fine. I've got it on 60 FPS and 720. Seems to be okay anyway. So this is the only match we're going to cover tonight. We did Friday Night 9-ball last night. This is Saturday night, so if you go to my channel, I think it'd be well worth watching and have a look at the most recent Friday Night 9-ball and have a look at Yamaguchi Taru's matches. Very impressed with him. Very solid player. Knows exactly what he's doing. And as far as I can see, when he's playing 9-ball, he doesn't seem to use a jump cue. And he gets by. He certainly does. Very, very strong player. So, Romario and Z Carioca are up and running. The 5 balls going in, the 1 ball's going in, so there's 2 solids have gone, and I would imagine Romario will probably go for the solids. Now, if he can pot this 7 ball, he can hopefully just finish on the 3 or the 4. He's gone a bit too far. So he's got the 6 for his partner. Or, sorry, Z Karaoke. So Romario's now at the table. The problem ball. Now, just another thing to point out. I'm using what the hell's this software called that I'm using? GameShow. That's what I'm using to stream, and I don't have my little doodle thing for on screen with this software. I'm sort of testing 2 or 3 different bits of software for streaming. The GameShow one actually is pretty good. There's quite a few features with it, but as far as I know, it doesn't have the little doodle thing. Or if it does, I haven't found it yet. So now Z Karaoke, and I've managed to get rid of that awkward 2 ball, I believe. This will be a good shot. He can pot the 3, and he does have an angle to come around the corner and back up to the left for that 8 ball. Now look at the cue ball. Well, he would have hooked Romario behind the 13 there. Right, I think a little break for a second. Let's see if I can get my live channel up. Somebody's maybe wanting to watch the stream. Right, let's go to Video Manager. Live streaming. No. Right, we've got it. That says we're good to go. We should be back on in a wee sec. Oh, the other thing I need to do is mute my volume. And we've managed to do that. A bit untidy at the moment, but we're almost there. Well, that's not working. Right, I'm messing about here at the moment. I'm trying to get this link for somebody, but for some reason I can't seem to get it. Let's have a look. No, so far I'm the only one that's here. No, I can't find the person I'm looking for. I think Popman's a way to watch the stream, but yeah, I think he's disconnected from. Oh no, there he is. Now, why can't I type? Maybe that's a bug. Oh, wait a minute, that's why I can't type. I'm forgetting. You've got to hit the slash. Right. I'll get it right. It's been that long since I've actually sent a message to somebody, I think. Right. I'll try it again. Where is he? Oh, shit. Right. Right, so let's get on with the business here. We're not going to have much to watch, so just checking to see if he's going to join. So we've got Z Carioca Romario leading 2-0, and that's now gone to 3-0. And a straight ball's gone down. So right now the table is still open. So even though a straight ball's gone down, Z Carioca's got a choice of what he wants to play here. So he's made the decision for the team. They're going to be playing the solids. The problem's going to be that one ball up there by the 9 ball. It's in an awkward spot. Awkward as far as it's only really got 2 pockets it can go into up the top end. If you finished up behind it, you might be able to play it down into the bottom left hand pocket, but that's asking a lot. Now I wonder if Z Carioca's thinking about where he's going to put this cue ball, because he's not really got a shot in the 5. Well, he can get to the 1, and that's good. So now the issue is the 8 ball, and the 8 ball doesn't go past the 9. That's far too tight, I think. Let's have a look. Yes. So now Z Carioca has an angle in the 4, and if he plays this very soft, he can drop the cue ball roughly to where the donut is on the screen. And that's what he's tried, and he's played that well, and that's this rack over. Now there's an example. Z Carioca is a player who is new to Virtual Pool 4. He's been in for a good number of months now, but when he first started playing the game, he was very much a bit of a banger, but he is a player that is learning, and I've seen an improvement in him, and he's one of very few players who actually have shown an improvement. A lot of players, like we see in Friday Night 9 ball, just tend to bang at the balls and not do very much thinking, but I can certainly say that I've seen an improvement in Z Carioca, and that's good to see. And even in that shot that he played there to get on the 8-ball, he's actually thinking about what he's doing. And this team's looking pretty strong. Atrito and Andre Hagus are not really getting much gameplay here. Well, that's gone wrong because the 11 ball now is tied up with the 4 and the 7, so Romario's going to try something exorbitant as usual. Well, although he's scratched and he's given Atrito a chance, there is one good thing, and where that 12 ball is, and I'll just point that out to you, where the 12 ball is there, if Z Karaoke and Romario get onto that ball, they're certainly going to hopefully have an angle for them to get into this 9. They don't even need to do that now because Andre Hagus has opened up the 9. And he might even open up more by playing this 7 ball. Well, it's back to where it was. But if we look, there's an angle there. If they can get a shot on this 12, and that's perfect. And that's a prime example there of the opponents not thinking they should have tried to leave that ball tied up. Because of other balls up the table they need to clear. So not a good tactical shot there. They've just more or less sold their chances in this rack as well. Well, I think Romario and Z Karaoke are strong favourites now because Atrito needs to think about what he's doing here. There's 2 balls there that they can use for cover, and he doesn't want to be playing any of those 2 balls there. He wants to be playing safe off the 3 to at least force Romario or Z Karaoke to at least go off one rail to try and hit this 8 ball. And that's a good shot. And Romario's usually pretty good at picking angles, but he's in a tough spot here. Now I can tell you straight away, if Romario doesn't hit this 8 ball and Andre Hagus and Atrito have ball in hand, then they need to be playing the 7 and the 3 ball before they play any of those other balls. Well, there's the balls they should be playing now. They should be playing the 7 and the 3. Now that's a mistake there. He shouldn't be playing the 6 right now unless they're really confident in running out. They should still leave them there for cover. So they're now going all out to win this rack, and they've got to be thinking about that 2 ball. The 2 ball is the one they're going to have to play last now because the 8 ball's up there. Well, he's played for the 2. They're going about it in an unorthodox way, but hopefully they'll get there for their sake to make it a wee bit more of a match. Let's look at the 3-ball. Well, he's going to have to punch this cue ball off that end rail and get it back up to at least give Andre, is it on? Maybe Andre Hagus, maybe that's what it is. I'll say Andre, and that's quite a good shot. As long as he doesn't scratch, he's okay. Well, got to give them full marks. They've managed one way or another to win a rack and at least get rid of the bagel, as they say. So, it's Andre to break off. They're trailing by 4 racks to 1. Well, I'll tell you straight away, these solid balls look favourite here. And Z Karaoke's looking to play a combo straight away on this 7-ball. And he's got it. And of course it's a call shot game, so you've got to call all the non-obvious shots. And that's good because now Romario can play the 1, leave Z Karaoke on the 3. And all the remaining balls of to get are all in the open. And, well, how good or how bad is that shot? I think Romario can get to the 4, but he wants to draw off the 4. He doesn't want to hit the 8-ball. And he's managed to do that. And if he can get over to the right, and it's looking good here. Now, just a kill shot in this 6-ball. And give Romario the choice. He can go for the 2 down the rail or play the 5. Well, I think that's probably made his mind up, and it's not a good position because Romario's stuck in the rail almost, and there's not a lot he can do. And if he gets a brush off that 13, well, the shot is still on. And if Zir Karaoke can play with a bit of left-hand English, he can get it over for the 8. And that's a good run out. You could tell straight away when you study the table and you look at the solid balls, not one of them was covered. They were all sitting there for the taking, and it's all down to positional play that's going to get you the run out. Now, there's a mistake. So Z Karaoke has scratched. A strike ball's gone down, so we've still got an open table. And a Trito has to make a decision. And, well, to be honest with you, I don't think it matters what set of balls he takes. They've all got a pocket. I think I'd be taking that 7-ball, or the 1-ball, then the 7-ball. That's the solid balls. And you've got to take your time and look at the path of the balls and imagine the path you're going to play with your shot here. Well, he's gone for the stripes. So let's see if they can do it again. They're going to have to, though. 5-1 down, they've not got much to play with. Now that's a problem, and now they're out of shape because that 6 is now a blocking ball, and the 14 is going to have to be cheated in off the rail there. Well, it's maybe not as bad as it looks. If well, Andre should probably be taking that 9-ball right now. You've got to go for that one. Doesn't need to hit it hard. He just needs to hit it to the rail and get it past that 3 ball. He doesn't want to get it anywhere near the 3. If he does, this could be all over. That's a good one. So now this is a crucial shot, is potting the 13 into the right middle. Yeah, the 13's the orange ball, the purple stripe ball's the 12. I keep mixing myself up, I think. So it's all about getting on that last, oh well, there's a mistake. And I think they could probably wave bye-bye to this rack. So the 7 followed by the 2, then the 5. Well, even playing the 2, he could probably go over for the 6 off the 2. And that's what he's done. Now, the important one here, Romario pots the 6. He should stun this in and get the cue ball out a bit. And he's done that. He's done the right thing as well. He's left his partner the angle on the 5. So the angle is straight in the 4, so he's got to be careful here if he's going for the 4 first. And of course, Z Karaoke's banged at that one. He's got him on the 5, but it's a lifeline for Andre and a Trito. Well, this cue ball should be off the rail and over to the left hand side for that orange stripe into the right middle. Oh, he's hit it to the rail. Well, mistakes have been made, and I'm afraid it's the wrong team that's making the mistakes right now. And that was a great shot, but, well, Z Karaoke's going to have to dig one out here. Looks as if he's lining up. Is he lining up for the middle? And it goes. He's running through. And this should be 6-1. So, Z Karaoke to break off in rack number 8. And this could be the last rack. And a 15 ball has gone in. That's a stripe. Once again, of course, open table. And these stripe balls look good again. Romario's looking at the solids though. Well, that's not good for the 5 ball. So Z Karaoke going to take the 4 instead. Try and drop behind that 7. Oh, he's hung it up. And it's going to have to be a good first pot here. Well, seems to me that the shot to play would be the 11 ball and draw back up the table slightly and leave that orange 13, which is near the 8 ball, and that looks what he's done. That's pretty good. Now you need to take this 13 when you've got on it. You really need to go for that one. But he's, for some reason, fascinated by this 9 ball by the looks of it. I would leave the 9 ball as it is. They might not get another chance for that 13 into the right middle. And now he's running the cue ball around. Well, they're on the 10. But Andre's got the problem now. Now you can draw off it. And you could draw actually square onto this 13 ball still if he doesn't hit it hard. Oh, he's going to scratch, I think. Is he? Oh, dear. Well, surely this time it's got to be the 13. And just brush it in and use the 8 ball to hold for that last ball up there. Which I think is the 12. This one. Yeah, that's the 12. So if he uses the 8 ball, he can probably brush off it. Cue ball, brush off it and go to the rail. So this is the... Well, he's looking around and looking around, but there only is one shot on here. I don't think he should be going for that 12. This is not the shot for me. I wouldn't be touching that. They've refused the 13 ball twice, and, well, he's managed to get it. But they had an earlier chance to get rid of the 13. Now, can they follow through here? Now they're going to be hitting the 8 ball whether they want to or not, and they don't really know where it's going. They're just relying on luck here. Oh, and if it misses the cue ball, he's okay. Well, it's going to be another rack saved. But they've got a lot of work to get done now. So Andre to break off in rack number 9. Oh no, he's decided to pass to his partner. Well, I think the 10 ball's gone. It's dropped off. And I'm about to drop off as well. Getting tired, I'm afraid. But luckily this is just the final, so there won't be anything more after this one. Well, that was poor. But again, look at the spread of these balls. These balls are perfect. Well, the only one I can see that's an issue, now that I think about it, is that 6 ball. It's not got a pocket there, but it does have a pocket there. So that's going to be the turning point of this rack. If that 6 ball goes in, then it should be all over. If it doesn't, and if they don't get position on it, then there's still a chance here. Oh dear. I'm really getting tired. I'll put my wee light on and see how it looks on the stream. Oh, there we go. You can see my ugly face. Well, you can't keep missing balls. Not when you're hanging on by the skin of your teeth. But again, the 15 ball is still in play, so it's blocking that 6 ball. Z Karaoke has nominated his ball in pocket here. And there's not a lot he can do with the cue ball. Well, he actually got Romario a shot on the 6 ball. Now, Andre shouldn't be touching the 15 ball. He should leave that there as a blocker. Don't touch the 15. Whatever you do, that is your lifeline, or half a lifeline at least. Of course, for a Trito and his partner, they've got the problem of the 13 ball. It's not going into that pocket. But if they can take the 15 and get that 14 out the way, they might be able to just drop behind the 13 and take it into that pocket there. And there's still a chance. You can still drop the 14 in past the 4. But this cue ball needs to come out of that corner. He needs to try and actually get it up the bottom of the screen where we're looking. He needs to get down to the bottom half of the table here for this 9 ball. And if that keeps going, that's a good shot. Now, this is a crucial one. He should be taking the 9 and just stopping the cue ball and leaving Andre on that 15. He has to play that. You worry about the 13 ball when you come to it. Now, if he stops there, that's pretty good. Now, Andre needs a fair bit of bottom and right hand side to try and come over, or just drop behind this 13 to take it down into this bottom right hand corner as we're looking. And he's overhit it. Is he nudging it? Well, that's ugly. And poor Trito has really got a mountain to climb with this shot. He's so close to it. Let's look. He's so close, it's nigh on impossible to pick an angle there for that 13. Is it going to sneak in? Oh, that would have been a great shot. That's unlucky. It's a great effort, but it might be all to no avail, I'm afraid. That was unlucky. He was left so tight in that. He tried his best. It was a good effort. Now that might have gone wrong. Let's have a look. Well, he's still on the 7. Can he see enough of the 6? I think he can as well. And he's dropped on the 7. So it looks like game, set and match. Well, Z Karaoke's got a wee nasty cut here. Stranger things have happened, but he should be okay. So in goes the 8 ball, and this week's 8 ball world Scotch doubles has been won by Romario and Z Karaoke by 7 racks to 2, and that will be a very quick stream for tonight, folks.